Yes, ma'am.
Hi, my name is Anna Arthurs. I'm from Thibodeau. I'm a mother of 4 girls, and I'm also a physician. I do believe today that voting yes for this bill is an easy decision for you. Many legislators I've spoken to recently the past few months all have agreed that student privacy is a key issue and that that's something they support. So today is the day that at the time for us to take action. Also, many of the legislators I've spoken with have expressed that they were bothered by recent changes in the federal FERPA law, which basically has taken away the need for parental consent in order to make access to students' personally identifiable information available, and it's now considered legal. And yesterday, I thought about this yesterday. I was seeing a patient, and it turned out she was talking about her uncle, turned out to be one of my brother's best friends from childhood, and we were kind of making those little small world connections. I had to ask her permission, though. I said, can I tell my brother that I met you today? I had to ask permission just to tell my brother that I saw her. I was not going to provide him with any information about any medical condition or any of her legal information, because that's what HIPAA covers. And it hit me later, oh my goodness, there's my children's personal information, including eventually probably their medical history, but their name, their social security number, the new biometric information. I'm not sure if y'all know that FERPA changed personal identifiable information to include biometric. It is in the federal law. Handwriting, retina and iris scans, fingerprinting, DNA sequence. That is all something that they are now identifying as something that they can legally share. In fact, some of y'all might be familiar with what happened in, I think it was in Florida this past year, where a bunch of children came home and told their parents how they had their retina scanned at school that day. This was done without parental consent. This is what we don't want to happen. But as again I said, it bothered me when I realized just how protected my patients' rights were and how unprotected my children's rights were. We don't just want assurances from the Department of Education and from Bessie Board. We want legislation from you. We want a bill that includes an enforcement mechanism, defines penalties for violators. We want you to adopt a bill that demands the state and school districts to provide full disclosure as to exactly what is being collected and for what purpose. We want someone to explain why our children's personal information is needed, and then as parents we can decide whether or not we want to share it. And I just want to go into some reasons why that our parents are so concerned with safety. Some of you might be familiar. Here's some examples of some of the breaches that have occurred. I'm not sure if you all are familiar with the lawsuit that the College Board of SAT and ACT is currently facing. The lawsuit contends that these test companies collect details about their test takers, such as names, home addresses, birth dates, phone numbers, social security numbers. They sell it at a price of 33 cents per student per buyer, but at no time disclose to the students that this information is going to be sold to third parties for monetary gain. Another example is Google's recent admission that it performs data mining of student emails and its free Google apps for education. What they do is they go to these cash-strapped schools, they offer free software, but they're not telling them that we're going to collect information and we're going to make profit from it. Microsoft also is one company that has been doing this. And also, just to show another way in which big education, I spoke to someone recently that they went through in Georgia. This basically same bill passed quickly through House Education Committee, got to Senate Education Committee. Well, suddenly, out-of-state lobbyists from Google appeared there. 61 constituents, 61 Georgians spoke in favor of this bill, but their senators decided to listen to the false promises and assurances that these lobbyists offered. And then, you know, when I think about it, and they voted against the bill. But a question in my mind is, when these senators come up for re-election, I'm just wondering if those lobbyists are going to fly in again to help vote for them. So I feel pretty confident today that y'all are going to choose to listen to us, the parents, the ones that have concern. Big businesses, they're concerned about profits, but parents and your constituents, we're concerned about the safety of our children. So this is what we expected from you when we elected you, and this is what we are hoping that you can provide with us today. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.